Good afternoon, students. Today we are taking extra class for your computer subject because today we will complete our lesson number 2. The title of lesson 2 is computer system. So students, as you know that from tomorrow you have a summer vacation start. So that's why I am taking this extra class for complete this chapter. So today we will discuss about part 3 of this lesson. So let's start this lesson. So students, today as you know that we have remaining only one topic, that is various type of computers on the basis of principle of operation and on the configuration. So today we will understand about that various type of computer based on principle of operation, in which we have understand about analog computer, digital computer and hybrid computer. So these are the types of computer on basis of principle of operation, and there are some types of computer on basis of configuration also, like microcomputers, mini computers, mainframe computer and supercomputer. So let me understand them one by one. So firstly, let me discuss about types of computer based on principle of operation. So students, you know that computer come in a variety of designs for different purpose and different capabilities and cost. So based on the principle of operation, there are mainly three types of computer, that is analog computer, digital computer and hybrid computer. So firstly, we will discuss about analog computer. So this computer works on analog signals. Yes students, this computer is not based on binary number system, it is based on analog signals, and it can perform numerous mathematical operations simultaneously. Simultaneously means at the same time it can perform multiple operations by manipulating and processing the data which we input, such as weight, temperature, voltage, power density and any floating point value. So analog system work on continuous variable for the purpose of mathematical computation. So students, what is the main purpose of designing analog computer? It is used to perform mathematical operations. Okay, it can perform numerous mathematical calculations simultaneously. Okay, and it work on analog signals. But students, we hardly use any analog computer these days because today we are using digital computer. So let me understand what is digital computer. Digital computer, students, this computer work on binary number system. In 7th class we have already understand what is binary number system, that is based on 0 and 1. So by counting, comparing and manipulating these digits, this computer can perform complex problems and give more accurate and faster result. Hence they have an increasing use in the field of design, research and data processing. So today we are using all kinds of a digital computer. We are using laptop and computer. These are the category in the digital computer. Okay, and digital computer can further classify into two types: specific purpose and general purpose. As the name suggests, specific purpose computer is one that used for specific application. So that means specific digital computer is used for only specific purpose and only designed for only specific application. But general purpose digital computer can be used for various different types of applications. Okay, and it can store different programs and can do the job according to the instruction that is specified on those program on different type of application, which instruction it have specified, it can work. Okay, so this is all about digital computer. Let me understand about hybrid computer. Now students, as the name suggests, hybrid computer is a perfect combination of analog and digital computer. That means it accepts analog signals, convert them into digital signals and process them into digital form. That means the internal processing will be done in the digital form, but it can accept the analog signal as well. So you can say that it is a combination of both analog and digital computer, that is called hybrid computer. Okay. Now let me discuss about types of computer based on configuration. So students, apart from this general categorization, computer can also be differentiated on the basis of their physical structure and the purpose of their use. So based on their capacity, their speed and reliability, or you can see that the configuration, they can be divided into four categories. First is microcomputer, second one mini computer, third one mainframe computer, and fourth one supercomputer. So firstly, microcomputer. Microcomputers are also known as the personal computer or simply PCs. You know that the PCs? So today we are using all kinds of microcomputer like laptop, desktop, tablet, and this type of computer uses a microprocessor, and they cost less and are very small in size. You can uh, use this type of computer as well as in your office as well as your home also. And the most popular types of personal computers are the PCs and their Apple, while the PC and PC compatible computers use Windows operating system. Apple computers are used the Macintosh operating system. Yes, student, there are some computer or laptop that is based on the iOS platform. iOS means that are used for the Apple company, that is manufactured by the Apple company, and you can use that with the operating system Macintosh. And similarly, we can use such kind of computer with Windows 7, Windows 8, and Windows XP operating system also. So today we are using this kind of computer. Okay, that is in the category of microcomputer. Okay, all laptop, desktop, tablet, PC, handheld computer, or all the category in the microcomputers. So now let's discuss about mini computer. So mini computers are bigger in size, have higher processing speed, and are costlier than microcomputer. The capabilities of mini computers are better than a personal computer because mini computers can be used in the business, education, and many government department also. Mini computers are mostly designed to handle multiple terminals. However, some are also designed for single users. And mini computers are also used in web servers. So you can see that this computers is bigger than the microcomputer in the form of capacity, in the form of speed and cost, and this can be used for the business, education, and many government sectors. So now let me discuss about mainframe computer. So students, mainframe computers are larger than mini computer. Yes, the smallest computer is microcomputer, then mini computer, then mainframe computer, and then supercomputer. So mainframe computer is bigger than the mini computer, and a mainframe computer processes the data very high speed, which is measured in millions of instructions per second. Yes, students, it is very high speed that can perform all the instructions in the form of millions per second. And they are very expensive computer. Mainframe computer are designed for multiple users, means multiple users can work on mainframe computer, and vast amount of data quickly computed or calculated using such kind of mainframe computer, like in the banks, in the insurance companies, and mail order companies, airlines companies, where large amount of data will be calculated. So they will use mainframe computer. And mainframe computer also used as servers, which controls the network of various computers for large companies such as railways, banks. Okay, so this is all about mainframe computer. Now supercomputer. Supercomputers are the largest computer, students. This is bigger than the mainframe computer. They are the most powerful, the most expensive, and the fastest computer in the world. They are capable for processing trillions of instructions per second. Yes, student, trillions of instruction is bigger than is more than the millions of instructions per second. So this system is very high speed, and these computers are used by the government agencies such as IRS and National Weather Service and the National Defense Agency, and they are also used in space exploration, large organization, research laboratories, aerospace centers, quantum physics, weather forecasting. Okay, so mostly it is used by the scientist and mathematician, because the working of this type of computer is not so easy. So a common person cannot use supercomputer because they are very costly and very difficult to work. So that's why only some scientist or mathematician will use such kind of supercomputer. And aerospace space research organization supercomputers are widely used. Okay, so there are some example of supercomputers like Cray 1, Cray 2, Control Data Cyber 201, IBM Road Runner 88. You can read these types of theoretical points from your book also. And students, what is the name of supercomputer which is firstly developed by India? Yes, Param. You know that Param is the first supercomputer which is developed by the India. So this lesson is complete. So you have to read all these points very carefully from your book because these all points are theoretical points. So you have to read it and understand all the things. Okay. Now I am closing this class. I am sending you your summer vacation homework with this video. So you have to take care about your homework, about your study. Thanks for taking this class. If you have any doubts, students, you can ask me anytime. And those students have not submit their work PDF, kindly submit it. With this video, I am sending unsolved question answer of lesson 2. Okay, so you have to do it into your copy and give their PDF for checking. Stay home, stay safe. Have a nice day. Thanks.